Hi guys, today is March 26th, my birthday, woo! And we're going to go over some of the things that you were supposed to cover during the time that I was gone, which was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday with the sub. I'm going to give you a little bit of time to finish your foldable and to finish your examples that we have here from skills practice. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about is the properties of logs and then how to expand and condense a log function. We want to write down the product property of logarithms and the quotient property of logarithms. Go ahead and write this down. This says log base b of m times n is the same thing as adding the log bases together. So as long as you have the same base, instead of multiplying the exponents, you're going to add them together. Some examples of that would be example 1. You're adding log base 7 of 3 plus log base 7 of 9. You take the 9 and the 3 and you multiply them together to get 27. So your final answer is log base 7 of 27. We go to example 2. Your bases are the same for all 3, and you're adding log base 2 of 5, log base 2 of 7, and log base 2 of 2. What is 7 times 5? That's right, 35 times 2 gives you 70. So your final answer is log base 2 of 70. When you look at example 3, this actually has the multiplication inside the parentheses, 6 times 11. So you separate those into 2, and you have log base 10 of 6 plus log base 10 of 11. And that is equal to 66. If you look at the quotient property of logarithms, it's going to be whenever you divide log functions, you're actually going to end up subtracting them. This is exactly like the exponent rules. So your 3 examples are here. You have log base 2 of 32 minus log base 2 of 4. What is 32 divided by 4? That's correct. That is 8. You have the same bases. When you have the same bases and you're subtracting, you end up dividing. Let's look at example 2. You take log base 3 of 3. There's 3 log functions, and you have 28 minus 2 minus 2. Well, the way that you work this is, what is 28 divided by 2? 14. And what is 14 divided by 2? And that is 7. So the final answer is log base 3 of 7. If you look at the last example, what is 7 divided by 3? Well, it's not an even number, so we have to subtract 7 minus 3, and that's as far as we can go. That's another way of rewriting it. In the last section, you can expand and condense by using the power property of logarithms. If you are taking the exponent, if you're raising a log function to a power, you take this power, you move it to the front, and you end up getting n times log base b of m. Here's a couple of examples. If you have log base 5 of 10 to the power of 4, well, you have to bring the 4 to the front, which gives you 4 log base 5 of 10. The same thing, if you have the 4 on the front, you bring it to the top, so you have that as an exponent. Example 2, log base 5 of 25 to the power of 2, you bring the 2 to the front. So you're going to end up with finding what log base 5 of 25 is and then multiplying it by 2. Or squaring 25 and then taking the log of 5 of that big number. Example 3, you have 3 in the exponent. You're going to bring the power to the front, and you end up getting 3 log base 10 of 10. Thank you guys for your attention on the foldable. You do need this to complete this assignment. I'm going to show you a couple of examples. And you are expected to do 50 because each one is worth 2 points. If you look on the back, all of these are very easy. I mean, these are all stuff that you already know. So I want you to concentrate more on the one in the front. Okay, if you look at number 1, number 1 is the property of products. So when you're multiplying two together, you're actually going to separate them out like this. So this one's actually equal to log of 6 plus log of 11. And that's all you need to do for that. What's the property that we use? It is the product property. I want you to write down the product and the rewriting of it. If you look at number 2, you are multiplying the two exponents. So the first thing you're going to do is separate these into log x of 6 plus log, bless you, y of 3. Okay, now you have an exponent, so you use the product rule, and you're also going to need to use the power rule. The power rule tells you that whenever you have a number raised to another number, you have to bring that power to the front. So you really have 6 log of x plus 3 log of y. Okay, number 3 is just like number 2. Let's look at number 4. This is a quotient rule. The quotient rule tells you to subtract. So I'm going to bring the power rule first. Brings the power to the front, so you really have 5 log of 6 over 11, which is the same thing as subtracting them. So you have 5. Oh, be careful. You okay? Okay, continuing with that problem, we have 5 log base 6 minus 5 log base 11. Okay, number 5, 6, 7, 8 are all like columns you've seen before. Number 9 starts changing a little bit. What is 6 to the power of 3? Okay, you could simplify that or just take it to the front. You can use the power rule. So you really have 3 times log base 4 of 6 plus 3 log base 4 of 11. All of the other problems seem to be the same. So I'm going to stop there. Good luck. Use your foldable. Use your examples that I gave you. Oh, by the way, this is the power rule and product rule. Good luck. Make sure you finish these. You need to make sure you do 50 in order to get 100. Any points, any questions you do extra will be extra credit. Thank you.